Meditation, temporary worker, temporarily employed. He called, abruptly asked for the temp. Something was supposed to have happened, and since it had not, he is put out, ticked off. Time is money and all that. He, the president, the vice president, the CEO, the director, the manager, one of the ones in charge. She, a temporary receptionist or administrative assistant or executive assistant, one of the ones who can be asked to do anything within or without reason. Time passes, time expands, time contracts, time stands still. A permanent secretary relays the message to the temp using his words, conveys awareness of his obliviousness with her voice, and with the expression on her face says silently, yes, I know. Time expands, time passes. He doesn't know my name, just says the temp. After all, it's efficient, gets the point across, time is money and all that. After all, he knows and I know I won't be here for long. Here, now, he doesn't know my name because next month or next week or tomorrow or 1 minute from now, I could be riding home on the ever uproarious bus. And because I hear pre-recorded announcements below squealing machinery, because I hear above the low vibrating commotion of the engine chattering passengers, some talking to their devices, others to each other, because my ears are tuned to this everyday din, I don't hear the ringtone of my cell phone. Later, I listen to the voicemail. Today's your last day. The client requested that you not come back. Someone from our office will pick up your things. I won't be here for long. Isn't that what they say? What's in a name anyway? Here, now, he doesn't know my name because next week or next month or tomorrow or 1 minute from now, I could be summoned to an office and told, this is a bad fit. Handed a tissue, asked to get my things, and I will leave as quietly as possible, eyes down, wary, quick steps away. If a temp exits an office and no one is around to hear her, does she make a sound? Here, now, he doesn't know my name. What's in a name anyway? The temp is what I am called. The temp is what I am. Time contracts, time expands. Of course, she is as temporary as this paper on which she writes hurried notes, quotes, lyrics, dreams, half poems, lists, and or dictation from the inside of her head, describing the particular absurdity of this particular moment. Of course, words she writes may be struck through, blacked out, obscured. Of course, words she writes may be lost, even to herself. Of course, the words she writes on this piece of paper may never be word processed, let alone typeset, never be published in an online journal, let alone a book. Of course, the words she writes on this piece of paper may end up filed and forgotten in an unmarked folder, added to an accumulation of unmarked folders, making clutter on a bed or a chair or a table, or worst case scenario, concealed in chaos, hidden in scattered, fluttering piles of papers on the floor. There are so many different ways for words to disappear. Time passes, time stands still. Now, in her mind, the temp is capitalized, appears in bold italic, accessorized with an exclamation point. Now, on this temporary assignment at this temporary desk, the event of someone passing by requires her to act. So she stage whispers with sarcastic cheeriness. Hi, it's the temp. In fact, she says it with some regularity as an inside joke. And like all good jokes, repetition multiplies the hilarity. Hi, it's the temp. 4 beats, which she repeats to entertain. Hi, it's the temp. 4 beats, which she repeats to pass the time. Time stands still, time contracts, time expands, time passes. What's in a name? That which he calls the temp by any other name has had enough. He doesn't know her name. That which he calls the temp instead of her real name now refuses to be derided, insulted, belittled, ridiculed by a president, a vice president, a CEO, a director, a manager of a corporation, a company, a firm, a growing concern. Money passes, money expands, money contracts, money stands still. What's in a name? That which we call the corporation, the company, the firm, the growing concern, orders or services, temporarily. Of course, money is time and all that. When the temp appears on the scene, it's a new day. When the temp appears on the scene, she checks things out. When the temp appears on the scene, she will fit in or not. And she will do as she is told or not. I won't be here for long. Isn't that what she thinks? The temp is what I am called temporarily. The temp is not who I am. Isn't that what she thinks? And because money is time, after all, and we know what's in a name, we are not surprised when, by any other name, that which we call corporation, company, firm, growing concern, wills itself to operate indefinitely, wills itself not to know that it too is temporary.